Now, your local weather with the KX Storm Team.
Well, after a pretty wet and white day in some places, it's actually turned out to be a pretty nice night. Chilly, but at least we're drying out. Right now, taking a live look outside to the Bismarck-Mandan area. You can see the Capitol all lit up there in the background before it's covered up by our weather graphics. 36 degrees right now, your temperature in Bismarck with an east wind at 3 miles an hour, 89% humidity. You're at 35 in Dickinson with a wind chill of 30 degrees, 92% is what your humidity sits at right now. You're at 37 in Williston with a pressure of 30.08 inches of mercury, and 35 degrees right now is your temperature in the Magic City of Minot with those east winds light out of the east at 8 miles an hour. Elsewhere, temperatures across the region aren't too bad. Most areas are in the mid-30s, right about where we should be for this time of the year. The cool spot right now, our friends in Harvey, you're at 30 degrees. So what can we expect this upcoming week, election week? Well, we're going to see some patchy fog develop tonight, and it's going to last through the early morning hours of tomorrow. Watching the chance for just a little bit of snow on Election Day, the second half of Election Day, which we'll touch on here in a minute. And the big story is temperatures are going to take a free fall this week, probably the coldest weather of the season rolling in after Election Day. Checking on Precision Cast right now, you can see mostly quiet. Most of that snow and rain from earlier today is moving off to the east, and our next weather maker right on the doorstep, so that by tomorrow afternoon it's just crossing the Montana-North Dakota line, and that will quickly move through the area, spawning some rain and snow showers as we go through the evening and overnight hours Sunday night into Monday, and that should roll through so that by Monday afternoon we're finally starting to dry out. I don't expect a lot of moisture with that, but more nuisance rain. And then there's that snow on Election Day. Afternoon hours of Election Day, mostly for Minot and Bismarck. It will fill in just a little bit of small disturbance sliding by to the south and the east. Temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days look cold. Unfortunately, you can see here below average temperatures throughout the next 6 to 10 days and the next 8 to 14 days, maybe a little bit milder, but still below normal. Precipitation right around normal over the next 6 to 10 days, but then below normal from 8 to 14 days out. And that's not good news because we're still dealing with quite the drought to areas to the north. So your forecast tonight for the Bismarck and Dickinson area looks like this. Maybe somebody sees a stray flurry tonight. We'll dip to 26 degrees with that patchy fog developing through the evening hours. 27 your low tonight in Minot with that patchy fog. Light south winds at 5 to 8 miles an hour. When you go to bed tonight, don't forget to turn those clocks back 1 hour. It is the end of daylight saving time, so everybody will get a nice extra hour of sleep. Highs tomorrow will range in the mid-40s to the south, a little bit chillier up to the north. You can see 36 your high in Minot, 41 your expected high in Rugby. Here's your extended forecast for Bismarck and Dickinson. There's that rain on Monday, and then that snow developing for the second half of Election Day on Tuesday, but I'm only putting it at a 20% chance. But then there's those temperatures heading south as we get toward the end of the week. Lows in the lower teens. Not much better for Minot and Williston there. You can see that snow. A little bit windy on Election Day as well, so that snow could be blowing around. And then lows by this time next weekend in the single digits, but nothing that people in North Dakota aren't accustomed to for this time of the year.
Well, it's bound to happen. I'm just glad, honestly, that it's held off so far. We're in November already. I mean, it's impressive.
I'm sure those 7-degree readings will be -7 soon enough.
Oh, well, until then. Coming up next in Sportskin shows you who secured their trip to next week's Dakota Bowl.